Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in, and then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shout outs to the early birds. Let's see who's tuned in. Jeff Crothers? Miss Jazzy is in the building. What up, Miss Jazzy? Christopher Wilson. What's up, Chris? I see you, Stretch. Delaware checking in. Rodney. What up, Rod? What up, Lil Rod? Stretch from Washington, D.C. Sharon Warren, Texas in the building. By the way, Texas is the first stop for the Willie D Live podcast tour coming to a city near you. Yeah, man, it's going down. What is that? Elevation to the Nations, Florida. Gina Scott and Tubi. Going in, fam. Tubi from H-Town. Got to shout that out. Going in, fam. Let me, Europe and the West got some nerve. They kind of act like they are the mamas and the daddies to Africa or something. You know, they act like they somebody mama or daddy. Like you got to do whatever they want you to do, or else you're no good. So here's what's going on in Senegal. They shut off their internet for the second day in a row as the president has postponed February elections till the end of the year. Now, why would they do such a thing? Well, President Macky Sall, he is not popular in the West. He's not popular in Europe, UK. He's not popular in these type of parts, right? And in these people that run these regions, they want him gone. And so there's a lot of interference going on social media, a lot of propaganda. So the president, it appears, has decided to shut down the internet to mitigate the damage, so to speak. This is what I'm picking up, fam. I could be wrong. You know, maybe the people of Senegal really don't want that president. But typically, if the West approves of him, if Europe approves of an African president, that president is not for the African people. I'll say it again. Typically, in most cases, invariably, if the West approves of an African president, if Europe approves of an African president, that president is not for African people. It's easy to tell, fam. It's very easy to tell. It's just like trying to tell who for you in the U.S. In America, if a Black person is revered by mainstream America, if mainstream America love their dirty draws, they are not for Black people. It's simple. I don't give a damn what comes out of their mouth. It don't matter what they say. They are not for Black people. You know how I know? Because America ain't for Black people. America don't root for Black people. The people that run America, politicians and business people spend every waking moment trying to figure out how they can subjugate the black race. That's right, I said it. I said it. Perhaps that's why my YouTube running so slow these days. The Minister of Communications released an order on Sunday suspending mobile internet and connectivity watchdogs, NetBlocks, and Cloudflare confirmed that access was indeed being throttled. Telephone options are required to comply, telephone operators are required to comply with the notice. This is what the minister said. Several companies, including one of the largest providers, Tigo Free, have confirmed that they shut off mobile internet access in compliance with the order. However, the company said that they apologized to the customers, but SMS, text messages, and calls are still available. So you can't get your home Wi-Fi. Actually, they said home Wi-Fi and VMN services are still available, but most people in the country are only connected to the internet through their mobile phones. So that's what people, so there is some limited contact outside of Senegal. However, the bulk of connectivity has been severely limited. Actually, it's been shut off. I personally think it's a good thing. I mean, you know, you got good and bad come from stuff like this, but the West is a mess. And I do believe that every country should cut off from the West. I said it, man. The West is a mess. If my family didn't live here, I'd get the hell up out of here. But, you know, I'm a family man, so I'm real close to my family. So I like to be close, you know, like, you know, if I leave here, I'll probably be back here every other month like I was when I was living overseas in Azerbaijan. So the West is a mess, man. And a country would do itself good by cutting off its communication to the West, especially the West, the entertainment and politics in the West. They should try their best to cut it off, because this place is going to hell in a handbasket. This place is corrupt. It is corroded. It's a society that's going backwards. You know, societies are supposed to go forward, but this country, this society that we occupy is going backwards. And we continue to elect people who harbor ideologies that support our society going backwards. Why? Because many of us are backwards thinkers. Many of us are stuck in old ways. Many of us were not progressive at all. So we want to vote for people who share our viewpoints. This is why, look, fam, y'all seen the Orange Man. Y'all seen how he rock. He got at least half the country behind him. Well, half the country that's voting behind him, at least. What does that tell you? The future looks bleak. It looks really bad, fam. It looks really bad. I wanted to share something with you about Senegal. Let's see. So Senegal is officially, the Republic of Senegal is a country in West Africa on the Atlantic Ocean coastline. Senegal population is 16.8 million. This is from the census of 2021. I want you to check out some of the headlines. If you Google, you can Google this for yourself and see it, but I'll save you the time if you want me to. Check out some of the headlines. Listen to the propaganda. This is the headlines in the U.S. and in France and Europe, other places in Europe. Check this out. Senegal opposition cries coup as presidential election delayed 10 months and violent protest gripped the car. Violent protest. Postponement of election in Senegal. United States Department of State. Senegal's democracy hangs by the thread. Senegal democracy hangs by the thread. Spooky. It's spooky. Senegal's democratic record on the line as presidential vote delay sparks crisis. As presidential vote delay sparks crisis. Senegal democratic record on the line. Let me ask you something. Do y'all think America's democratic record on the line? How long has America's democratic record been on the line? I would say for at least 400 years. I know some of y'all don't see it that way because you kind of like the old ways. America got some nerve talking about human rights. It has some nerve looking at other countries and trying to call out other countries for human rights violations. America has the absolute most horrible record on human rights. I'm not just talking about slavery and Jim Crow and the subsequent subjugation they've been doing for decades and decades and decades after. I'm talking about for everybody from the selling us out, selling all of us out on a daily basis, allowing these plants to come into our communities, poor communities that are not just Black poor communities, but poor communities all over America, even in middle America, where they allow these plants to release airborne chemicals that they know are going to kill people. Allowing these people to put chemicals, deadly chemicals in our food and water supply that they know is going to kill us eventually. Oh, maybe we're not going to eat those potato chips and just fall out and die right then and there, but keep on eating them. Keep on eating them McDonald's French fries with how many ingredients it has? Like nine ingredients or something like that? A dozen ingredients? How in the hell does French fries have ingredients? At the most, the oil that you cook it in, and maybe some salt. That's it. They got chemicals in the food supply. Listen, fam. They got food that ain't even really food now that they're selling in America. They making up food. They manufacturing food. They making it up. They're making up chicken, steak, lobster, crab. It's paste, starting off as paste. And they're allowing these people to sell this stuff to us. And they know that Americans are consuming this stuff. These people don't give a damn about us, man. They don't care nothing about us. That's why I'm not doing no arguing over no damn Democrats and Republicans. I'm not doing it. Yeah, they got certain Democrats or certain Republicans that I just don't like. I'm going to talk about them. Yeah, I'm going to tell you I don't rock with them at all. I'm going to dog them out every chance I get. But I don't trust none of them. Ain't none of them for you or me. Get it through your thick head. Just because they look like you don't mean they for you. And I'm talking about all y'all. I'm talking about you Black Americans, you white Americans, you Hispanic Americans, you Asian Americans. Get it through your thick head. They don't give a damn about you. These seats wield the same amount of power. It does not matter if you are a Democrat, if a Democrat or a Republican is sitting in that seat. It wields the same amount of power and influence, and it pays the same salary. So when you see them fighting, they're not fighting over humanity. They're not fighting for civil rights. They are fighting for money, power, and influence. I ain't got no problem with what Senegal is doing. I think more countries need to do it. When I see America call out a country, call out a president, and target a president and say that guy is the bad guy, immediately I start thinking that guy is the good guy. Because America don't rock with the good guy. They rock with the bad guy. And so does UK. They be trying to act all innocent. Every time something go down, they send their troops in first. All of that, y'all getting caught up in all of the royal and the most stupid old dumbass horses, all of you and them stupid looking guards standing up there looking all stiff and looking straight ahead with them old big old clown hats on. Y'all see the pretty dresses and stuff in the diamonds and the pearls and the carriages and all that stuff, and y'all get excited. Oh, it's so beautiful. What a princess. Oh, I would love to be that. You don't know what that's about. You don't know how much blood is behind the scenes and what they're doing to maintain that. You don't know what they did to get it. I'll tell you what they did. They colonized. They brutalized. They murdered. They discriminated. They raped, they pillaged. That's how they got it. They robbed, they stole. That's how they got it. You sure you want that? All money ain't good money. I ain't got no problem with what Senegal is doing. I say they need to do more. More countries should follow suit, especially African countries. America always want to go meddle in Africa's business. I always want to run over to Africa trying to tell people in Africa what to do, how they should be behaving, wagging their finger at Africa like, where's man, those African leaders, that's why every time one of those African leaders stand up and let them know what time it is, I'm like, right on, straight up. They got some nerve. If you ever want to know what America is up to, all you got to do is watch what they're accused, listen and watch what they're accusing other countries of doing. That's what they're doing. Just like the politicians. If you ever want to know what a politician is up to, just watch what he accused another politician of doing, or watch what he accused other people of doing. That's what he's doing. That is a textbook play that they run over and over and over and over again. They got some nerve. How many of these people out here running around here talking about, ooh, look, the poor people, get a job. They poor to get the job. And they on welfare. They on welfare. They mad at a person getting government assistance, picking up $15,000 a year or $10,000 a year in government aid, and they over here getting $100,000 tax break, $200,000 tax breaks. But they got the nerve to look down at the person who is getting $10,000, sometimes a lot less than that annually. But they got you focused on the person it's all, man, the big bullies, the big killers, the big thieves. They're always looking down at the people that's getting the less, that's getting the least. They try to make you look down. No, I'm looking straight. Look, fam, when they try to make you look down, look up, because that's where the money at. The money ain't down. The money up. The problem ain't down. The problem is up. Whatever you see going on, the problem ain't down. It's up. The money ain't down. It's up. The crisis ain't down. The crisis is up. This is the hand that rocks the cradle, fam. These are the puppeteers. The puppeteer is up. The puppeteer is, the puppet is down. The puppeteer is up. They run it. Salute to Senegal. I wish I could shake the president's hand right now. Salute. I ain't got no problem with it. Why is it that we ain't heard the people of Senegal complaining about the president? Why we ain't heard no complaints? All this time, the internet been wide open. We ain't heard no overwhelming complaints about the president. I'm sure all countries got issues with their presidents, but we ain't just heard no overwhelming criticism that would warrant some type of revolt. Why now? Because they trying to manipulate the elections. They trying to have a say-so on who they want to put in. Imagine another country having enough power to influence the presidential election in the United States of America, and Americans be on board and be cool with that. A lot of Americans so slow that they don't even know that actually happens. Yeah, it actually happens. But a lot of Americans so slow they don't even know. Going into the comments. What's up, Jay Jenkins? Detroit in the building. Roger Dub, what's up, Rod? Remain private. What's up? Yee. By the way, fam, the Willie D Live podcast tour is going down this year. I will be announcing the first few dates very soon. I will give you a hint on what the first city is going to be. I'm gonna give y'all a hint. In fact, y'all tell me what y'all think the first city gonna be. I'll give you a clue. It's obvious. What do you think the first city gonna be? What do y'all think the first city I'm gonna stop in for the Willie D Live podcast tour? What do you think? It's going down. It's going down. You better believe it. You better believe it. Yeah. NYC, y'all close. You know, NYC, boy, I got a whole lot of listeners in NYC. A whole lot of people in NYC follow. NYC is all the way up there. But it's not NYC. Dallas is close. That's close. It's not Dallas. Chicago is close. Not Chicago. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell y'all, fam. I can't even fake this. It's H-Town, baby. We're going to start in H-Town. We're gonna start in H-Town. So everybody in H-Town, man, y'all make sure y'all, once these tickets go on sale, y'all, hey man, you know it ain't gonna take long to sell out. Make sure, make sure you get your ticket because I'm gonna show up and show out for this one. This podcast tour it's been like 2 years in the making. And I've been having people saying, come on with it. So I'm coming on with it. I'm coming on with it right now. So make sure when you hear the date, jump on it, man. Bring a friend and make a hell of a date too. Because y'all know we're gonna get into some issues, but we're gonna also have a lot of fun on this tour. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So get ready, fam. Willie D Live podcast tour coming to a city near you. Get ready. What's up, Toronto? Toddington. What's up? Ruth Robinson is in the building. Corey Key. What's up, Corey? Yeah. Josh Marco. What's up, Josh? Andre Williams. What it do? Casanova. Iris Jameson. Black women stand up. Kenyatta Ali. Baltimore Merlin in the building. Baltimore, one of my favorite places to visit. Shouts out to Micah Mfume. That's my partner, my road dog for a long time. Marquise Matthews, Memphis, Tennessee in the building. If you're just not joining, fam, what's up, Jen Juice? Greetings, London. What's up, London? Harlem World, I see you. Caramel Coated Cutie. Hey, fam, if you're just not joining, we're having a discussion about Senegal. Senegal, the country of Senegal, has shut off their internet to the rest of the world for the second day in a row as the president postpones February elections until later this year. So needless to say, Europe and the West is hot. They hot. Why they so hot? Why they so worried about Senegal elections? Senegal ain't worried about their elections like that. Senegal don't, put out a big statement like saying they out of pocket and they need to get it straightened out. Why they so worried about what Senegal doing? That's like you got something going on in your house. That's like you in your house and you're remodeling your house. And one of your neighbors come knock on the door talking about, hey, what you doing? In fact, it's somebody don't even live in your neighborhood. Somebody way out of town somewhere. Come knocking on your door talking about you remodeling. You ain't talked to us about it. And, are you up to code? So shouts out to President Macky Sall. Shouts out to the president of Senegal. It take a whole lot of, courage to stand up to these bullies, fam. And I tell you what, the more you stand up to them, the more they leave you alone. They got to get used to it. That's how you make them leave you alone. They got to get used to getting bullied back. You got to put it on them. They don't understand no other language. You don't see them going messing with China. You don't see them talking about China need to put this president in and put that president in. You don't see that happening. You ain't gonna see it happening. They know they beans from their cornbread. They're gonna try to go pick on Senegal because they feel like Senegal is vulnerable. The Minister of Communications released an order on Sunday suspending mobile internet, and connectivity watchdogs NetBlock and Cloudflare confirmed that access was indeed being throttled. The notice informs the public that due to the dissemination of several hateful and subversive messages relayed on social networks in the context of threats of disturbance to public order, the mobile internet is temporarily suspended. Now, the telephone operators have confirmed that they shut off the mobile internet access in compliance with the order. And one of the major companies apologized, but said that SMS text messages and calls are still available. Home Wi-Fi and VPN services are still available, but most people in the country are only connected to the internet through their mobile phones. I want to hear from the people of Senegal. That's what I want to hear. I don't even listen to America. I don't even listen to American news like that. I don't listen to them, and I don't listen to European news. I want to hear from the country. I want to hear from that country that they're reporting on. When I lived overseas in Azerbaijan, you would be surprised at how different the news agencies report overseas versus how they report in the US. It's totally different. Sometimes I would watch them side by side, and I would just flip around on the channels, and I'd go from like Sky News to CNN, or I would go from CNN to Al Jazeera, and it was totally different. Yeah, I would go from CNN to Al Jazeera, and back to Sky News and BCC. Totally different. I mean BBC, not BCC, but BBC. Yeah, totally different the way that they report. And once you get a chance to compare, you'll be like, oh man, a lot of us already know how it goes, but now you really don't have to be overseas to watch what's happening overseas, because you can get these other channels if you want them. You can get the other channels to the other countries nowadays with the streaming services. When I was living over there, you didn't have streaming services the way you do now, but they're a whole lot more accessible now. So you don't even have to really leave the country to hear these other networks. But it's very, very different, fam. And the more you listen, the more you realize how much we're being played over here. The more you realize the propaganda. I don't even watch the news in the US. Like, I don't watch no news in the US. I see clips of news. I don't watch the news. I see clips. First of all, it's too damn depressing. Everything is a crisis. Everything is a war. Everything is conflict. Everything is murder. That ain't good for whoever. If you're doing that, stop doing it. If you want to live a long time, if you want to preserve your energy, stop doing that. These news agencies in America, they're vampires. They will rob you of your youth. They'll drain you of your energy. I stopped watching these news. I stopped watching the news. I think it was when Trump won. Yeah, it was like right after Trump won. I stopped watching the news. After that one, that's the last time I was watching. Like, I'll see clips and stuff like that. I'll see the highlights, but I don't sit there and watch through none of those programs, because it's all propaganda, fam. And if you think about it, it's always been propaganda. It's always been like that. Who is that? Uncle Stezzy, Seattle, Washington in the building. Steph Adams, Birmingham. Flo Wolf. Lil Death Star. What's up, R. Allen? Pretty Gangster. Who's that? Maestro Fresh West. What's up? Appreciate you, Maestro. Joe Mama. What up? Bin Laden's chopper. Bin Laden's chopper. You know what? That reminds me of a show that's out right now. I'm sure many of you have watched it already. If you have not watched it, ooh-wee, man. Griselda Blanco. Man. Griselda Blanco. Played by Sofia Vergara. Man, that is some good TV right there, man. That is some good TV. It's playing on Netflix. I just gave him a plug. That should be at least $100,000 right there. Quick little plug like that. Should give me at least $100,000 out of that. Now I got to get my money, man. But yeah, fam, that's a good show. That's a very good. But it's something that went down that they didn't talk about in the actual film. It's a series, a six episode series. So it's a limited series. So you got to go check it out and tell me what y'all think tomorrow. I'm gonna go live tomorrow with it. But it was something that was left out, something very significant that was left out of that story. And I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. What's up, Cookie? King Rowdy. What up, King Rowdy? Lucillus Alexander, what's up? Babylon is done. All right. Who is that? Paxton Howard. What's up, Paxton Howard? Roderick Dub. What it do? What's up, Andre Williams? Remain private. Okay, fam, that's my time. As I said, the Willie D Live podcast is the Willie D Live podcast tour is on its way. It's in the final stages of development. We're getting it organized right now, fam. It's gonna be something to see. Coming to a city near you. We're gonna start off in H-Town. So everybody in H-Town, y'all make sure y'all come out, show out, represent. We're going to put the cameras everywhere. We're going to put it in their face. We're going to let everybody know what's going on in H-Town and how we represent it. Y'all make sure, come out and, represent, fam, because it's big things popping on the channel this year. It's going to be even bigger than it was. In fact, this year, the channel going to be bigger than it was in the last 6-7 years. I'm talking about like explosion. So get ready, fam. It's going down right here. You dig what I'm saying? Get ready. Willie D Live podcast tour is coming. H-Town, we're gonna stop here first. We're gonna start it where it started. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna start it where it started. Right here in H-Town. So make sure when I announce it, get your tickets, because I'm pretty sure y'all gonna show up and show out, and it's gonna sell out fast. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty confident about that. So get ready. Dallas too. I think the first stops are Houston, Austin, and Dallas. I think those are the first. I know Houston is the very first stop. So get ready. Get ready. It's coming. It's coming. Fam, make sure y'all click the link in the description and log on to sign up to follow the podcast. If you want to listen to the podcast, check out the Willie D Live podcast on the go. Click the link in the description, and you can get it at Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your favorite podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Until next time, family, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. No more time.